dette er undersøkt, fordi den her er ikke utgitt på Spotify eller plate eller noe sånt. Den er bare i It Came From The Desert. Elsker det.
Han er ikke redd for å gå høyt i tonen.
Elsker det. Elsker Ken Melville, elsker Cinemaver, elsker It Came From The Desert, elsker at de bare tar den helt ut. Går all in på kitsch 50-talls horror pastisj. Et ord som jeg brukte helt korrekt.
Baksiden står det easy to play, no typing required. Så det betyr at de tenkte at her er et spill som vanligvis må du som skrive.
Ja, mange eventyrspill var jo der fortsatt. Sierra-spillene var jo fortsatt på tastatur og litt mus, mens LucasArts hadde begynt med ren muskontroll. Ok, skal vi ta ett til før vi gir oss?
Ja, jeg er med, ja. Jeg er klar.
Ja, fordi nå må jo du holde på bulen i buksa di. Ser du hvem som er på coveret av det neste spillet?
Det ser veldig ut som den legendariske mannlige modellen Fabio.
Det er Fabio! Det er Fabio i baris med et sverd i en ekte Conan-pose.
Ja, det er til å være det der coveret med muskelmalm med langt hår og sverd, så er det her kanskje det beste vi har hatt sånn.
Det er et bra cover. Han ser smashing ut, Fabio.
Det gjør det. Det mangler den der dragen, det bruker å være på alle.
Ja.
Så har vi kittet som er, det mangler en dama.
Det er noe lava og sollys bak han, eller noe sånt skyer, men det kunne vært mer drama på det coveret, enig i det. Men du kan jo lese litt på baksiden her, Lars.
Hell yes. The saga of wizards and warriors continues. The land of Sindarin summons you, Kuros. This time the evil wizard Malkiel has unleashed his fury in the form of the four elementals: earth, wind, fire, and water. Not in that order. For to defeat the wizard, you must reconstruct the iron sword, the only weapon Malkiel fears. You'll journey through dark caverns and fiery terrain, discovering hidden treasures and magic spells as you go. Seek helps from the animal kings, but beware of slimy spitters and snapping skulls. Good luck, Kuros. You're about to face what no warrior has faced before. Secret password to resume gameplay. Over 100 different characters. Continue your extended gameplay. Og så videre.
Vi snakker om et spill fra desember 1909 på Nintendo sin 8-bits-konsol. Hva ellers skulle de gi det ut på Game Boy eller 8-bits Nintendo for Super Nintendo har ikke kommet. Men
det er litt sånn skuffelse når du ser det kule coveret. Fabio står der, ser så fin ut, så snur du coveret, og så er det en sånn liten sånn pixeldude. Sånn stakkarslig pixeldude som står og ser opp på en megasvær drage. Ok.
Det heter Iron Sword, Wizards and Warriors 2, og er da følgelig en oppfølger til Wizards and Warriors som kom på nes i 1987, og som var utviklet av Rare, våre venner i Rare, som enda ikke har laget Sea of Thieves. Men dette er ikke laget av Rare. Det er den første kuriositet der. De har laget et selskap som heter Zippo Games, som etter hvert ble kjøpt opp av Rare. Og det er da Steve Pickford som er hoveddesigner til dette spillet. Og han skal vi snakke litt mer om senere. Men hva slags spill er dette, Lars? For dette har jeg prøvd.
Ja, jeg prøvde det bitte litt. Du er en kar, du er en Kuro som står og skal hoppe. Du kan hoppe, du kan vifte litt med sverdet, så kan du springe rundt. Og det er liksom basically så langt jeg kom. For jeg var så jævlig irritert på det første fjellet jeg sprang på. Det kom masse kule, og så fikk jeg ikke kontrollene helt til. Men det jeg fikk med meg var at det var veldig smooth til å være på en nes. Så var en gang jeg trykte på noe, så hoppet han med fin animasjon. Hvis jeg detter veldig langt ned, så får han en sånn ekstra sånn der animasjon. Det er veldig teknisk gjennomført, og så er det sånn sverd og hugging, så klarte jeg ikke å drepe noen, så jeg ble litt sur.
Ja, det er så mange spill på denne tida, så er det litt frenetisk. Du får liksom ikke ro, fordi det er liksom fiender hele tida som prøver å skade deg og alt mulig sånn. Men det er noe i dette spillet, fordi jeg spilte det en liten stund, for jeg ble litt sånn besatt av å prøve å komme med videre. Og det er på en måte en sånn rar fusjon av Ghost and Goblins og mange ulike spillkonvensjoner på denne tida. Plattform, litt rollespill føles det ut som. Det er en sånn weird mix, og så er det veldig britisk. Det er noe veldig britisk med det også, med fiendene og bossene og så videre.
Ok, ja. Jeg tenker at det
Hvis
er
jeg skal gå ut på en limp her.
Ja.
Dette er en slags... Jeg ser mytologi, eller story, eller omgivelser, eller karakterdesign som minner meg om Fable i dette spillet.
Sier du det?
Ja.
Jeg tenkte på sånn Dizzy og liksom sånn klassiske engelske spill. Litt sånn rar humor, litt sånn store øyne og litt sånne ting. Men ok. Så tenk Fable. Er det på grunn av teksten, eller hva det er for noe?
Nei, det er det visuelle. Det er den der britiske, litt sånn tongue-in-cheek-taken på fantasy-greierne. Og det hjelper jo for meg at en av mine store spillutviklerhelter, Steve Pickford, som står bak dette, fordi han har laget mye spill på 80- og 90-tallet. Pickford-brødrene ble jo etter hvert et eget selskap. Lagde spill på Nintendo 64 og så videre. Plokk er kanskje et av de spillene de er mest kjent for på Super Nintendo. Det er et fantastisk artig plattformspill, men de har laget Solar Jetman, Equinox på Super Nintendo, Thomas the Tank Engine på Super Nintendo. Ok, de har laget veldig mye rart, men han, jeg har fulgt han på et forum, så jeg chattet litt med han for mange år siden, og fulgt han på sosiale medier. Han har også laget en fantastisk tegneserie fra når rave-kulturen oppstod i England, for de bodde i Manchester, Pickford-brødrene, og rett ved Hacienda, altså denne legendariske nattklubben som på en måte etablerte rave-miljøet i England, så de var ute og festet der hver fredag og lørdag, og de lagde en tegneserie så de solgte i køa til Hacienda, som heter Freaky Dancing eller et eller annet sånt. Jeg har litt sånn der crush på Pickford hele hans karriere. Og jeg har laget så veldig mange Commodore 64-spill som jeg har spilt. Rider, 180. Han er veldig sånn worker som bare masseproduserte spill på oppdrag og la sin egen lille touch på dem. Ja.
Nei, jeg kan skjønne det, men når det gjelder selve spillet, så det har en charm. Det er veldig vanskelig. Det er nesten umulig å slåss med noen. Jeg ser i sånne let's plays, folk gir ikke å angripe ting, de bare prøver å hoppe unna fiendene, eller hoppe unna.
Ja.
Så det er sverdet da, virker totalt meningsløst.
Ja, du føler deg veldig impotent. Det er ikke noe, du har ikke noe range eller noe som helst. Det virker veldig teit, det sverdet.
Det gjør det. Men gameplayen er bra. Det er litt sånn Robocod-aktig også i det hele. James Bond-figuren.
Ja.
Det er noe der. Så, nei, jeg liker det.
Sånn spillhistoriemessig, ja, så kom jo Pickford, de var på besøk hos Rare og fikk testet. Rare var jo kanskje den eneste britiske utvikler som fikk lov å lage NES-spill. Så vi var på besøk hos Rare og prøvde NES-en og så dev-kitene. Og han mente jo at NES-en var mindre kraftig enn en Commodore 64, men kvaliteten på spillene var så mye høyere. Fordi spillene var mye tightere og gjennomtenkt og sånt, så han fikk veldig lyst til å lære seg dette, og så fikk han lov av Rare å prøve seg. Og ja, det skulle bli et langt og fruktbart samarbeid.
Ja, det er et poeng. Det er overraskende lite tight når det 64-spillet var til tiden.
Også Steve Pickford og Rare var ble litt satt ut når de så coveret til spillet, fordi Acclaim kontaktet jo Fabio Lanzoni og betalte han masse penger for å posere som helten Kuros coveret i bare overkropp og alt. Altså, Fabio kan jo ikke posere uten bare overkropp. Det er bortkastet penger. Men når disse fornuftige britene fikk se coveret, så ble de helt lamslått. Hvorfor i all verden står det en dude i bar overkropp og promoterer et spill der helten har på seg full rustning? Sånn Knight in Shining Armor.
Det er mer ut som en mumie enn en fyr i rustning av det. Men det er noe sånn.
Ja.
Det ligner ikke. Det er ikke langt hår engang. Du ser ikke hva det er.
Solgte det bra. 500 000 eksemplarer i USA og 50 000 i Europa, som var en suksess og anmeldelser og så videre. Og ja, mange liker det coveret. IGN hadde en kåring der de kåret dette coveret til det nest beste coveret gjennom tidene. Jeg vet ikke om jeg helt enig i den. Mens OneUp.com mente at dette er et av de verste coverene gjennom tidene, og sammenlignet det med det grusomme Megaman-coveret som vi har snakket om før.
Vi har sett masse dårlige cover nå de siste årene, og det her er jo langt opp på lista. Det er ikke på topp, men det er ikke det verste.
Det er ikke det verste. Ok, litt musikk fra Iron Sword her. Så er det faktisk David Weiss også, som har laget musikken i spillet. Skulle bli veldig kjent etter Donkey Kong Country-musikken, som er det de fleste husker.
Det er gøy.
Da tror jeg vi kaster inn håndkleet. Vi har vært gjennom en ny bolk med... Herregud, så gøy det å prate om disse spillene, Lars. Det er så mye variasjon. For en måned, for en spillmåned det her er.
Herzog 2, sånn Dune 2-forløper, sanntidsstrategi på Megadrive. Vi har Mimra av F29, Retaliator, som vi spilte på Amiga. Og så ble jeg latterliggjort for min forståelse av Q-Billion.
Du blir så hårsår når jeg korrigerer det, Lars.
Det er ikke hårsår! Og så har vi snakket om et Cave from the Desert til Amiga. Strålende spill. Fabio-simulatoren. Iron Sword, Wizards and Warriors 2. Yes.
Og husk at vi også hadde 2 spill forrige uke som er med i tellinga når vi nå skal finne desember-spillet Indianapolis 500. Som jeg har sett, du har spilt i ettertid av denne episoden.
Ja, jeg måtte jo prøve det. Det som var gøy, det var at du kunne styre det med musa på Amiga.
Ja.
Det husker ikke, gjorde vi det back in the days? Det er jo en sånn genial ting, egentlig.
Ja.
Men det var litt vanskelig å få han til å sitte ordentlig. Men jeg tror det blir litt sånn...
Hvis Elon Musk hører på nå, så vet jeg det kommer musestyr til Tesla.
Ja, det var gøy. Men det var jævlig smooth. Vi snakket jo om hvor smooth det så ut på PC og Amiga. Det er det. Det er kjempegøy.
Det er et superbra spill. Og så var vi innom Final Fantasy Legend, som var en sånn perfekt destillert Final Fantasy-opplevelse på Gameboy og starten på Saga-serien, Saga Frontier og Roman 6 Saga. Yes, og vi har fortsatt 8-9 spill igjen denne måneden, så vi skal prøve å komme gjennom flest mulig neste gang. Det blir lange episoder, men jeg tror folk liker det her.
Vet du hva, vi sjekker det ikke engang, vi bare vet at du liker det.
Det viktigste er jo det at du liker det.
Ja, drit i det, kjære.
Det som jeg gleder meg til på Tilkast, så kan vi ha live gå gjennom noen sånne spill med bilder og litt trailer og sånt. Det tror jeg blir magisk.
Det er gøy.
For da er vi er litt i det 1990 når det er Tilkast.
4. mai.
24. mai. Ok, da skal vi takke vår produsent TTM-eksempel. Så bra at du kommer. Hva er det du har med deg å drikke? En flaske fernet. Tusen takk skal du ha, TTM-eksempel. Ding dong.
Hallo, det er Magic Jarlsberg.
Du skal ikke være han. Du skal ønske han velkommen.
Jeg vil ha en pakke mel.
Det er ikke sånn du ikke Jarlsberg prater. Du gidder han ikke. Ding dong. Hallo, Kenneth. Bekkevær. Så super nice å se det. Herregud, du må jo ha tatt av flere kilo. Fantastisk. Har du begynt å trene, sier du? Ja, fortell meg alt om det. Jeg elsker å høre om folk som trener.
Ding dong. Det er meg, Sprusman. Sprusman for life. Jeg har med meg Steven Seagal-samlingen min. Det skal vi se på i dag. Jeg elsker han. Han er mitt idol.
Ding dong. Hva er det her? Er det Carola som dukker opp? Ja, det er Carola, for hun er fanget i en storm. Takk skal du ha, storm.
Ding dong. Så når jeg dør, så jeg ser at noen springer bort, for det er Lars Ove Larsen. Motherfucker, driver over med sånn her ring og stikk. Typisk Lars Ove.
Ding dong. Hysj, alle hysj. Nei, Tokyo, Chris. Det var ikke denne uka det var fest. Jeg tror du har bomma på datoen. Yes, nå... Nei, vi tuller! Kom inn, Tokyo, Chris!
Jesus Lord. Ding dong. Hallo, det er meg, hva det går i det Kong Hong som er her. Jeg er bare kødder.
Okay, back to the shadows, I guess.
In this moment, what can we try? We do. We have nothing.
Yeah.
We don't have Caspia anymore.
Caspians
What?
are out.
Caspians are out?
The High King fears that the Jackson name is too strong, so she's pulling support.
Well, then we need to go to the High King and tell them that this is more important than...
But what do we tell them? That there's a maybe? That we have to trust maybe someone or someone else?
This is the problem. This is what the vision was all about, is the Caspians are pulling out. It's just like that other planet I saw. Nobody's gonna agree.
Maybe we just let the Illyrians destroy this place. Destroy it all. Just brick by brick. Wreck it. Maybe that'll buy us some time.
Lost my appetite just thinking about it.
What else do? We let it grow?
No, okay, listen. It's not a finished plan yet, but Operation Super Shield. Guys.
Okay.
Hey, no,
The thing you've been working on behind our backs this whole time.
Like, didn't even trust us to tell us.
Smart guy. Not.
What else are you telling us?
No, that's it. That's literally it. I've been working with Eldrick. It's an Academy secret, and if he finds out that I told you, he's going to be really upset with me, and I don't need Eldrick upset with me. So, just listen to me. You've been asking me questions. Listen. We build a force field over Drakenheim, right? The haze doesn't spread. The corruption doesn't spread.
You think the haze is the only thing spreading it?
Okay, well, you know, maybe if we weren't selling delirium outside of Drakenheim, that could be something that you should probably put a stop to.
You think I'm the only one spreading delirium outside of Drakenheim?
Captain Academy over here?
Sebastian!
Weird.
I thought you had my back on this.
Yeah, I thought you guys had my back.
You're like the exporter extraordinaire.
Me?
It's all over the place. You and Eldrick. Like, what else can we build with a giant thing of delirium? Let's build something bigger. Let's build then we'll build a big gun.
Do you guys see
shoot the delirium.
Do you see what's happening right now? You wanna know what? You wanna know the worst thing that could happen? We fall apart. We fall apart in the face of this terrible truth. That's the worst thing that could happen. Because if we fall apart, if Draken Force isn't going to get along, then it's over, guys.
What are we gonna do?
Something. I don't know. Just hear me out.
There, Blue. As you walk towards Sebastian's tent, you can hear some talking inside. Sounds like Sebastian's having a conversation with somebody.
Oh no! Oh no!
Sebastian?
Yeah, hey, Sebastian?
What the fuck?
I look down and in my hands I'm holding so many half-eaten towels. Oh God, no. Oh no. Oh, I did it again.
And as you can hear laughter coming from inside.
Yeah, they closed up. Close.
Laughter?
A woman's laughter.
Pluto, go.
There are hardly any
I
parking
run
spaces.
into the tent.
You see Sebastian.
Easily.
You see in the tent Sebastian looking very puzzled. Your mirror images were laughing hysterically.
BRB, guys.
Who are you?
Step towards each other and turn into the image of Elias Drexel. Well, I mean, sometimes you have to act with a split personality to get all the information you need out of the situation.
No, 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 no.
Very interesting.
What did you tell her?
You didn't tell her about the super shield because Alder's gonna be really mad if you told her about that.
I run and try to grab her, like, is she there?
There is, as you run and grab the form, it shakes, the illusion shakes off, and it looks like one of the stable hands.
I throw the stable hand to the ground.
The stable hand stands up.
I can't even kill the stable hand.
Now, just one question before you send me on my way. Where exactly did you put that big delirium crystal that you found in the graveyard?
Obviously.
Well, I'm glad it's
Pluto, we're in a fight right now.
I'm glad it's the only thing you didn't tell her.
I'm fascinated, or personally, as far as I can tell, it's a wonderful turn of events.
You think the world ending is a great turn of events?
Never let a good crisis go to waste.
Kat, what are you gonna do? What do you want? You want the throne? For what? What purpose? It's useless.
In the face of an impending crisis, what the world needs most is leadership. And that is something the three of you don't have.
Right. Hey, I'm a pretty good leader. I don't agree with them. I am doing a great job as Lord Commander. Thank you very much.
Here's a biscuit.
Certainly, you are. You're a wonderful little act. Very useful. Very useful. But I think that at this stage, wouldn't it be better if we all just worked together?
It used to be so cool. It used to be so cool.
Let's hear her out.
What?
You're already in on it. She knows everything.
Let's.
And
Pluto?
we're on the same.
Let's hear out the Illyrians. Let's hear out the Queen of Thieves. Why don't we just
At this point, we all live on this.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Caspians are out. The
Wait, how did she know that?
She probably overheard the decree. The herald is very loud.
Okay, I need to cut up on that, but now's not the time.
Oh, I mean, I've known about that.
I'm sure she orchestrated some of it. Thing is that we're not getting that Caspian help.
I thought I was better at knowing my friends than this.
So maybe we have to. I want to hear her out.
She was so convincing. She sounded just like you two, except a little meaner. I mean,
I'm honestly surprised that didn't tap you off. You are mean to each other. Oh, blended, really, honestly.
does this mean you guys aren't mad at me?
What did she
Why would we
say?
be mad at you?
We
were more worried about you. You didn't when go off eating towels. You never know what we're gonna
You
come
didn't
back
even
to.
touch your towels. Good for you. Nice.
This is the support I was asking for. That should have been a clue. I thought they were mad at me.
Well, you know, that's the thing with broken little men. They're so easy to manipulate.
Hey,
Look, be mean all you want to Sebastian, but what we need to hear is what you have planned. Because if you know what we know, you know that we don't have a lot going on right now.
Everything that I want, we could do tomorrow. It's very simple, really. You just need to bring the seals and come with me back to Castle Draken.
Why?
Well, silly, so that I can sit on the throne.
Why is this throne so important to you?
Well, I mean, stealing the crown of Westmar would be the crowning achievement for the Queen of Thieves, would it not be?
That's not a good reason. That's a terrible reason.
If you stick with me, we just might be able to find our way out of this without having to give all the delirium to the Amethyst Academy, stab delirium into our chests, or potentially bring in the rise of a religious theocracy that rules the entire continent for thousands of years.
What would you do with delirium, Matt?
Well, if you've got a good hand, sometimes it's worth to split the difference. Lay two hands, double down, see where it goes.
That doesn't sound like a solution to the spread of delirium and the inevitable end of our world, now, does it?
Well, is it really that difficult? And I mean, people are afraid that the world could end. This seems like a convenient way to keep them in line. Or at the very least, perhaps just make sure that the Academy just doesn't get its britches too high. I like this super shield.
I was joking. That was a joke.
But maybe instead of the Academy wants to have this lovely little super shield over the entire city. And are they going to share the delirium with anyone else? Are they actually going to rebuild the city? Or are they just going to sit on it until the end of time, until they have all the gold in the world? I'd rather have all the gold in the world for myself, personally. So why give it to them? Why give them the keys to the city?
While she's talking, do I know, like, my magical knowledge? Can I estimate, like, would she have to be close by to be casting this spell?
Roll an Arcana check.
I got a 20.
Okay. Having dealt with the Queen of Thieves several times, he is almost certainly cast Dominate Person on the stable hand, which means that she has a telepathic link through this person. You do know that Kat is powerful and her capabilities with the spell, but what you do know is that Dominate Person has a duration anywhere in order for Dominate Person to have a duration for longer than a minute, it only goes up, it requires, well, a 5th level spell slot gets you a minute, a 6th level spell slot gives you 10 minutes, a 7th level spell slot gives you an hour, and an 8th level spell slot gives you up to 8 hours. Now, you've been talking with her for a while now, well over 10 minutes, so you can surmise that she's either cast the spell in the last hour or possibly the last 8 hours, but she would have been close. The distance doesn't matter, but the fact that she would have cast it recently would matter.
As she's talking, I suddenly grab my stomach and go, oh no, the towels, and I'm going to start backing out of the tent quickly.
Okay, give me a deception check.
I got 13.
Okay. She laughs and says, don't pull the playing sick card, it's very amateur.
Well,
Look, I can throw you pretty far, but I don't trust you as far as I could throw you. Yeah, right?
he doesn't trust you as far as I could throw you.
That's even more accurate. But if you have a plan, we need to hear more before we just hand over the seals.
Her plan is to just sit on the throne and continue doing what she's doing. She's not going to help anybody.
She's gonna help herself, and if I know you, which I kind of do, you probably know her better, but I've been hurt by you before, so I feel like we're pretty close. Your self-preservation techniques are out of this world. Like
I do enjoy being alive, very
yeah,
much.
and we've tried to kill you a lot, and I know what Vero and I can do, and same with Sebastian, so I don't know why. Because I was thinking of like stabbing you, just sort of like get distracted with her. Anyways, the point is that I think you're onto something, but I need more. I need more before I just start handing over.
Give the throne over to completely change what we've been accomplishing in this city.
But I'm super interested.
No, Kat is all about self-preservation, and here's the fact. This whole issue that we're talking about, it's not going to happen while she's alive. This is 100 years from now, so she doesn't care. She's going to make the most of her life while she's on here, and she's not going to do it.
I don't know about you, but I'm not planning on having my life be that short.
Ugh, Kat.
Go on.
But just because she's about self-preservation doesn't mean she's about everyone's preservation. And we want to save the world.
Everybody wants to save the world, but no one wants to die.
Look, I don't know what Sebastian told you, but we have plans too.
I thought I was talking.
And we have some ideas that go well beyond Operation Super Shield. That's like prototype brainstorm A. We've got like 15 more ideas.
Do they involve throwing in with an insane madwoman who is making up bonkers?
No, we're not
prophecies?
throwing in with you.
Honestly, that was number 2. She knew that.
Did you see what I did there, though?
Yeah, I like how
She's the insane mad woman? Yeah.
But
Sick.
yeah,
I mean, going by your judge of character, I would consider that a compliment.
Oh,
we
I'm not saying what Lucretia is saying isn't
oh, that hurt.
isn't a bit out there. But at least she has the long term.
yeah, and she's trying to help us.
She has the long term in mind.
Yeah, you literally tried to kill us. You threatened to blow us all up at one point. You almost fed us to a dinosaur.
I'm not the one telling us that we should just submit and let the world blow itself up.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah, she didn't say that.
I didn't. That was me. I was. Man, you guys should have. You guys would have wasted it. I had a great speech, Kat. I had a great speech about teamwork and coming together and not doing nothing. You're misinterpreting my awesome speech that you guys missed.
Yes, I just think that everyone should come together and all work together and do exactly what I tell them to do. It could be so much simpler that way. But instead you want to please these people and maybe work these things out.
This is why we didn't work out.
Think of your poor little nephew, George. Think of what's going to happen to him. You sign on with this insane prophet. He has to stab a delirium shard into his chest. He ends up with some religious nut. He never, and of course, someone's going to have to sit on that insane throne if anyone is to use the power, its true power. Do you really want it to be your nephew? I wonder what sort of insane monstrosity he would mutate into.
What about you? What if we put you on the throne? What if you transform into an insane monstrosity?
She
Honestly,
already is an insane monster.
yeah, and that means that like if I'm just throwing a wild theory out there, but if delirium turns you into like a representation of your inner self, I'd be far more willing to fight Monster George than I would be Monster you.
Although we're still then back at square one because we need someone that can stand up to that throne.
Yeah, you.
The thing is, she's not wrong.
It could help us get back Mouse.
George just doesn't have.
We're gonna get Mouse back on our own. We don't need your help with that.
Yeah. One of the greatest spellcasters in the world, and I'm gonna get her back.
Yeah, he gave up being head of the
Certainly,
academy.
you're the one that caused that problem, so...
That was an axe. You egged me on. We share that responsibility. That wasn't just me. Yeah, I was the one casting the spell, but I was.
Don't let it. Don't go to
You're
that
almost as good as making up stories as me.
It was our first year, and you were trying to make me pull out like 8th level spells. That you knew it was playing with fire.
What happened?
She thought it would be cool if I could summon a demon, and I thought it would be cool to impress her because I liked her. And yeah, she kept telling me, well, why don't you try? I bet you could do it. You're so good. And so her and her sister were there, and I said, all right. I snuck into the library. I found some books. I tried to do some research, and I came to the next day and said, hey, I can do it. I can summon a demon. And I tried. And the demon popped up, grabbed Mouse, took off, and yeah.
Thank you a deal, Ludo. You helped me sit on that throne, get my sister back. Maybe we can arrange something between her and your nephew.
Your sister?
I'm gonna get her.
That
I'm
would
gonna get her back.
solidify the throne.
I'll get her back.
But remember, we're not dealing with just political intrigue anymore.
Yeah,
we're
that's
dealing with.
We could set everything up perfectly for them.
We have to do it. You can't negotiate with me. You gotta negotiate with us. And I'm willing to hear you out, but I don't know if you're just gonna teleport away again when things get tough.
Is this whole thing just because you're mad at me? Is this whole thing just because if I get her back? We could do it together, Kat. We could get her back.
Yeah, we can.
Not using the throne. You know how dangerous that is.
It's the best way.
All of Westmar, all of Illyria, all of Pastia does not want to see a mage born on the throne.
And that's because they're afraid of what they think we might do.
Yeah, I'm afraid of what you might do. We used to get along. You used to listen to me. You used to respect me, and I know I lost that respect because of what I did, but it was an honest mistake, and I've spent my entire life trying to figure out how to undo it.
Has she respected you? Sounds like she manipulated you from the beginning.
I mean,
Yeah, you keep giving her this credit, but like she just.
I'll
toying
take
with
the
you.
credit. It's very flattering, I
It's
must
like
say.
toying with you.
Then why are you still relying on her to go get Mouse? We said we'd go with you.
Yeah.
You don't need her.
What
We
did
don't
your
even have
mom
a
say?
plan.
What did your mom say?
I'm
Maybe
just-
she has a solution.
I'm just trying to make right of the wrong I caused her. I know that I hurt her. I know that I hurt you. And I'm trying to say sorry, even if I kind of hate you.
If you want to apologize,
I'm not putting you on the throne.
You've already said sorry to her, Sebastian.
Yeah, just
Mouse is the one that you need to make up with, and that's why we're gonna go get her.
please, if anyone knows how empty words can be, it's me. Especially the word sorry. Probably the most hollow word anyone has ever come up with.
You're hollow.
Yeah, I am. And I suppose we can blame each other for
You know what? I think before we make any decisions with Pat, we need to talk to Eldrick. We need to bring the Hooded Lanterns back. We need to talk to Elias.
my father's here.
We need to talk to
He
Saul.
needs to hear about what we saw.
I look forward to hearing all those conversations. I think I need to run.
Who do you have? The guy in the bar? I'm flustered. Who else is under your control? And I grab the stable boy. Who? The stable boy like, sir. Who are you working for?
I mean, I would have invited her to the meeting, but I figured she was already going to find out anyways.
Guys,
When are you going to let her go?
I'm sorry that I told her so much. She was you guys.
She was gonna figure it out anyways. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Every step with her, I feel like I'm just screwing up, but she's really good at getting under my skin.
You're getting better, though. You didn't
Yeah.
go with her, potentially.
You didn't
this
follow
time.
her or
Yeah.
anything.
It's a step up. But
I thought we were gonna fall apart there, but that wasn't even you guys. We're still cool, right?
of course we are.
You guys like me, right?
We have to fix this giant hole in reality, and we can't do it alone.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know
hope-
what I'm doing. Like,
Did
I
you
don't know
guys-
anything about magic. Like, I literally have no idea what's happening.
Yeah, I said that to. Oh, this is confusing for me now. What did I say to you?
What did your mom say? Did she have any?
Yeah.
Oh man, I even told her what.
We can assume a little recap happened, so we don't have to rehash that again.
Okay, so it's okay to tell Eldrick. That makes me feel a little bit better. That
Yeah,
she at
after the
least gives
really
up.
long pause. I cannot stress that enough.
I'm sure your mom was thinking about other things. When
Well, that means that they're both
no.
viable options. Maybe it really just comes down to our choice. But if she's saying that Eldrick has a solution, but so does Lucretia Matthias, then maybe it's just up to the way we approach it.
Lucretia is partially right, and Eldrick can be trusted. Those are the two bits of information.
Maybe
Are
they
we
need.
sharing
Maybe we
now?
need to get them in the same room so they can hash
Need
it
to
out.
go to the right.
Operation
Allow
Shield
me.
Dragon.
Kör lite forover,
They've
da.
worked together before. They're the reason that we stopped.
Thank
Wait
you.
a second.
What about a shield that's on a dragon?
I grab Pluto and I just start shaking. I'm like,
You don't shake me. You shake
I shake.
yourself.
Are you the Queen of Thieves? Are you?
No. Ah. I only get to do that once.
Here, this is the easiest way. And I reveal Ignatius. Ignatius! Is the Queen of Thieves around us? And I
Are you
cast the zone of truth.
Ignatius emanates the zone of truth, and yes, and of course with the blade ignited and everything, yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I just said Operation Shield Dragon and got really scared there that I was about to then all of a sudden you guys would merge into I don't know, Ophelia Reed and just be like,
Oh yeah, Ophelia Reed is on her way over.
Yeah, we saw her.
We didn't see her. She's out.
Or
she's
We got told that she's on her way
Yeah,
with a little
she's coming.
wait,
caravan.
Ophelia Reed?
Yeah. We need to. I didn't let them in the
Is
camp.
she here with an army?
No. No soldiers. But I told them to wait out. I sent one of my men out to tell her to stop beyond the barrier.
And then I cast Fireball on their camp.
No.
Brilliant.
Not yet.
I
Oh.
actually think that it's a good idea that she's here at this time. Because as much as we're going to war with the Illyrians, I think they deserve to know what's going on.
Diplomacy.
Whether they continue to
Interesting.
war, we'll see what happens, but they at least need to be able to prepare themselves for the truth that we found out.
And we also need to brief.
There's one thing to note, though, if we tell Ophelia Reed what the truth is. There's a lot of reasons why that could just swing things in the favor of letting the Illyrians come in here and destroy it all.
If other factions think that's right, then that might be right. But
It
we're
is
not
a
the-
possibility.
We need to let them know and help them make a decision. We can still stand by our decision to protect Dreckenheim. I think it's right, but we also can't speak for the rest of the world. We have to bring people together and figure out what's best.
All right.
It's also really tough.
We need to let River know about all of this,
Of course.
including the Queen of Thieves.
Including the Queen of Thieves. Well, she already knows because you told her.
Yeah, you gotta tell her. Tell her you told Kat.
Oh,
She'll hear from you and then she'll go easy on you.
What we need to do is get ahead of it so that way it's not spreading and starting a panic. Because
Yep.
that's what's going to stop us.
mhm.
Not the factions saying no, but the citizens going into a panic.
So we gotta come up with a plan quick.
Operation Save the World.
It's a good start.
If anybody asks, other than the people in charge, we tell them that in the crater we found really great news. Great news.
I already told them what it was.
Oh,
I didn't tell them what it was, but they're just.
the
I
bad
didn't lie to
news.
them.
The bad news is that there's a giant worm that lives in the crater and it almost ate Pluto.
Yep.
The good news is delirium is completely manageable.
And I can totally kill that worm next time.
Totally.
Yeah, I could totally
If you
kill
weren't
it.
mutating. you'd be
Yeah,
fine.
if my brain was okay.
Why'd you look at the delirium?
I had to see. And I didn't like it. I didn't like what I saw, and I wouldn't look again.
But it was kind of cool.
I questioned both
Nope.
of your survival instincts in that moment.
I mean, I had to look.
My brain is
It was
built
awesome.
for it.
You should have seen it.
I didn't want to.
You should have seen
No.
it. We can go back.
Thank you.
No. No.
You almost killed a crater full of worms.
That's my new dream. That would make me High King. And then I get oust. No, I'll never
Oh,
be friends with her.
yeah. You should have brought back a worm head for your dad.
Well, I
You
didn't
would've
quite
loved
get it.
that.
I didn't quite get it off. That was the
Well,
problem.
you killed like what, 7 of those things? The big ones, the muscles.
Oh yeah, those were. They were just like
Paralyzed me.
big trolls. They were just like trolls.
So what is your next course of action?
I guess we're
We gotta
gathering
tell
people.
Saul. And
Saul and
Are we
River
gonna tell them together?
and Eldrick.
yeah, before Ophelia,
Before Ophelia.
Yeah.
gotta
Okay.
keep her out of it. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the other faction heads that we have right now.
Okay.
Bring them together.
So you want to have a meeting with Saul, Eldrick, and River.
Tell 'em what's up.
Yes, but we should probably. Should we take a rest first, or we can go right into that?
Yeah.
Should-
Yeah. No, that can be first thing in the morning. You guys can take your rest. Woo.
Woohoo!
And I think that's a good place to take a break. And we are back from our short rest. And back into it. Spend the night. The night's rest is filled with
I
nightmares.
guess something happened on
And what you witnessed the day
highway.
before.
Mothering pillows.
No, all of us are having nightmares.
And in the morning,
Let's check it
The
out.
connection.
Hallo? Hei. På vei hjem står i den svingen før jeg kommer inn på motorveien med hva heter det nå? Snø. Ja, men jeg er kommet hit nå. Nei, jeg er sånn den lange svingen før E6-en. Der det har sprengt vekk fjellet og sånn. Det er nå, akkurat nå så er snø på venstre siden. Så jeg er vel på motorveien om 100 meter, cirka. Men det er en kø, så. Må se om det er noe. Nei, jeg får ikke lov. When
køen løser seg når du har passert Skedsmokorset ifølge tips. Det var et trafikkuhell i området, men der ble det ryddet rundt klokken 14, men fremdeles er det mye kø, antageligvis på grunn av stor trafikk. Mange har også valgt andre ruter. Det er mye kø på Østre Akervei og på Riksvei 4 også nord ut fra Oslo. Også i Lillestrøm-området er det tett trafikk.
Dette er NRK Trafikk. Her får du de viktigste meldingene fra ditt distrikt. Har du trafikkvarsling aktivert på bilradioen, holder vi deg oppdatert uansett hvilken NRK-kanal du lytter til.
Prepared with the guard for a council between you three and Eldrick, River, and Saul. The guards of the Hooded Lanterns are posted outside, and Eldrick and River arrive with their guardians in tow, the golems who stand ready and vigilant outside. As the group of you file into the command tent, where a great map of Drakenheim and the rest of Westamar is laid out, all the indexes of the forces still at your command, lists of the various nobles of Westamar, all the assets that are at your disposal, and a leaden chest with the pristine geode sealed in it. The three of you, Eldrick and River and Saul, take your seats around the table. River herself has a quill, and she is taking copious notes as Eldrick and Saul sit opposite each other with the three of you on the table. Eldrick begins.
Eldrick, before we begin, should I do the zone of truth lie detector test?
That might actually be beneficial. We just need to check something.
Very well.
Ignatius! And then I'm gonna just walk around the room, and everyone will state their name and their title.
Alright. And Eldrick Runeweaver, Archwizard of the Amethyst Academy.
Thank you.
River. I'm River, Master Wizard of Amethyst Academy. And Saul. Lord Saul Jackson. House Jackson, Aspia.
Just to be safe, us two. Beasenya, Lord Commander.
Sebastian Crow, Master Wizard.
Pluto Jackson.
Or Mage.
Killer of the great crater worm.
I got mine wrong. Master
That would be a
Sorcerer.
lie.
Ignatius. Nice! I mostly decapitated. Okay, I didn't kill it. I heard it.
Injured it.
Injure. Yeah, the injure.
You could have gone with any of your other honest successes, but you had to
You're
lie.
the one that tried to lie.
Also, I said Master Wizard, and I'm definitely a sorcerer, so,
You just hear Ignatius boom in the room.
Sorry. Sebastian Crow, sorcerer.
Pluto Jackson, fighter. And killer of trolls.
Okay. Plural?
Yeah.
Nice. You sheathe the burning blade, and everyone takes their seats.
Sure.
With that bit of business out of the way, Eldrick begins. What is your report? It is remarkable, to say the least, that the three of you have returned. And I wish that we could give you a longer rest before, but we need to know what you saw.
Well, we're lucky, for one thing, that we did come back alive. And looking like ourselves, at least. even with the precautions that we took going into the crater, it was almost not enough.
It's so awful in there that everything we prepared for almost meant nothing. It is a deserted hellscape. It is a foreign place not meant for people to survive in, let alone thrive. It is nightmarish.
But you survived. The spell worked.
The spell
Spell worked. Ryan Graymere was working on some very interesting things. We did meet with her. That also helped. Pluto Jackson is wearing armor manufactured by Ryan Graymere.
Ryan is a brilliant wizard. May we sample the armor? We could mass produce this.
We could. There's, we want to be careful, Aldrich. You know probably better than I do that making an enemy of Ryan Graymere would not help us right now.
So Ryan Graymere is alive.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think the long-term goal here about making friends with Ryan Graymere is better than the short-term of getting a hold of this suit.
Is she willing to abandon her previous eccentric ideas?
I have good news and bad news. Which do you want first?
Okay. Give me the bad news.
Bad news is that Ryan Graymere wishes to be the put on the seat, the empty seat on the Archwizard Council.
On the Directorate.
On the Directorate.
And in exchange?
She has a prototype of some stuff that you and I have been trying to work on. She has this armor, and she has a bunch of stuff that she's been working on that can really help with delirium. She will work with the Academy to mass produce it, to manufacture it, and to improve upon it. She will continue working with delirium like she did before to push forward the scope of some of the projects that you and I had in mind. But in exchange, she wants to be on the Directorate.
She should know that that is no one's decision but that of the Directorate, and is beyond my power to ignore her. The Directorate chooses its own members, and they have left that seat vacant 15 years.
I'm sure a good word, though, can be put in by many a person at the Academy to put her forward.
The way we do not normally share these policies, the College of Master Wizards and the Archwizards generally nominate candidates to the Directorate, who are then chosen by the Directorate. But the Directorate has the full power to turn down any nominee at any time for any reason. Several candidates have already been put forward over the past 15 years, and the Directorate has just turned them all down.
This leads us to point number 2, which is going to be a rather long-winded point, but I'm going to start with this.
We won't mince words.
There may be a reason why the Directorate might need a meeting with us. I've never met most of the Directorate, but after we tell you what we found in the crater, there might be a reason to put Ryan Graymere forward, and a reason to have a meeting with the Directorate to discuss why they should have more of an interest in Drakenheim.
Go on.
Do you want me to?
Yeah.
Tell them what you saw.
I touched the delirium heart, Aldrich.
What is the delirium heart?
Oh. I looked at it, my mind collapsed, and I really it hurt, and it's right at the center of the crater.
But what did it look like? What was this thing?
It was like a...
comparative to the core of an apple, the pit of a peach. It's the middle of it.
Was it delirium?
Yes. It had a heartbeat, and
you know how like the world is like a moving painting? Well, like imagine another painting that's like on a different... I can't even explain it. I can't even explain it.
It moves your mind.
I don't even know what I saw.
it was alive but not alive. It was transcendent of time, space, all the planes. It existed in that spot, but not.
But you touched it, and what did you tell them what you saw?
Right. Placing my hand upon it gave me a vision, history lesson. I saw time and space in a manner like when you're communing with another plane, but times 1,000. I was gone for what felt like an eternity, and I saw an eternity of events unfold. And Eldrick, this is the important part. I saw a meteor hit a planet. That planet started to fester and was consumed by the meteor. The people on that planet bickered and fought and couldn't agree what to do about the crystals that were spreading. As they fought, it consumed everything. Consumed the whole planet until it was just a giant rock of what the crater looks like, filled with delirium crystals that grew, penetrated the ground, and eventually destroyed the planet, sending thousands upon thousands of new meteors out into the cosmos. One of which, small one, landed here in Drakenheim.
All speaks up. But that's just a vision. You just saw that. That doesn't mean it's true.
No, but this vision was given to me by the meteor. I don't know how else to explain it. The meteor told me this story, and I think what I saw was a ripple of history, a ripple of the events that meteor had been through. I think what I saw was a lesson that if we don't figure this out together, we're all gonna die alone.
And you aren't the only one that's seen this vision. Lucretia's seen it too.
They share the...
Surprising.
And they are the only ones that can have said to be gotten close enough to the heart of the crater to validate this.
But this thing has been out here for 15 years. How long do we have?
In my estimate from the vision, if time was a little in flux during this, you have to understand, but we do have time. We have time.
It's a when.
It looked like it took 100 years, 200 years.
But that engulfs the whole world.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, it eventually.
It's not just Drakenheim. It's Caspia that's going to get this too, and Illyria, and
Sky.
The far reaches of this.
Across the Diamond Sea, everything.
River speaks up. We've been looking around and doing other research. We've had some other teams exploring other places where delirium has been found. And we've come upon some information that definitely confirms what we suspected, which was that delirium grows. From our calculations, if what you're saying is true, and it would do that, well, maybe 100 years before it overtakes Westmar, another 100 before the world. But at what point is it beyond containment?
River, your other teams, if they found anything that can help us understand more.
A few promising things. A few bits of old discoveries in elven ruins. Nothing really concrete yet. But it's a little consistent. I wouldn't have believed what you said about other worlds. But then there's the legend of the elves that came from another world.
Right.
Elves, your mom?
Like your mom, yeah.
Like my mom. I mean, it's...
Is that how she knew?
I don't know. It's like an old tale. It's nothing... What do you know?
Not much more than that. There was a message that some of these elves had. Couldn't make too much of it myself, but one of the teams that I was working with had some good ideas. They think that maybe, and then there was this ruin that we investigated as well, out in Ash Bay, where there was a very ancient elf that seemed to know something about delirium. He's with the academy now. We've been speaking with him, trying to figure out what he remembers and what he knows, but it's rough going. Suffice to say, it seems that perhaps what you're saying isn't so strange. That maybe the fate of where the elves came from is the fate of the world that you saw.
I mean, that would make sense.
This is dire news indeed, says Elric. And if it's true, then Drakenheim is no more.
Whoa, we got some ideas. We've spoken to Lucretia Matthias. She believes that there is a positive end to a disastrous situation.
Are we really going to throw our lot in with her?
Look, all I'm saying is that there's other options.
Certainly.
The issue is that, well, we don't know I don't know where to start.
Lucretia may be crazy. She has a lot of wild ideas and has talked a lot of people into jamming this very dangerous rock into their chest. But, Eldrick, the people who jam the delirium in their chests walk freely through Drakenheim without being affected by contamination or the haze. Lucretia Matthias has walked to the center of the crater and touched the delirium heart. She's also been able to conjure up miracles that I can't explain.
What do you think of this, Lord Commander?
I think that before all this, I was like all of you. I thought Lucretia Matthias was crazy, spouting things that couldn't be true, wouldn't be true, didn't apply to us. But after hearing what Sebastian saw and experiencing the crater for myself, I think that Lucretia knows more than what we thought she knew. What I think, though, is her idea is that we become the sacrifice. We let delirium take over, but in our sacrifice, it can help other worlds.
Golden delirium.
But there's no guarantee of that.
No, and this is the problem. We're here to relay the message. Lucretia Matthias wanted that perfect geode for herself, and her hope was to use it to resurrect the ancient dragon.
Saul looks incredulous. Argonath? That old bag of bones! Well, that would be a miracle. I'll say that.
I wouldn't put it past her. She sounded like she was deadly serious about it, and I gotta say I believed her.
But she wants my grandson to take this sacrament.
She He wants everyone to take the sacrament. It is your grandson, but it is you, Saul, and Pluto,
all
and
of us.
Lee and Sebastian. No one is left behind, and the more people, according to her, that do it, the more that we can help potentially save other worlds. But is that worth giving up on our own?
Her theory that if we fill the world with golden delirium, when this world explodes, just like the negative effects of delirium are spread throughout the cosmos, the golden delirium will act as a counter to that. At least that's the way I understand her vision.
That is asking for a very big leap of faith.
I agree.
One that not any of us would see come to fruition.
I know. Now, I'm not asking you to jump in with her. I'm merely telling you what her option was.
We have an alternative.
Yeah?
Yes.
What is it?
Well, Sebastian, the work that you and I have been exploring to generate a field.
Super shield.
This is the first I'm hearing about it.
Haven't told them anything.
We believe I've been working on a spell, a powerful spell that would envelop and contain the entire city. And we have all the pieces in place to make this happen. The inscrutable power can be fulcrum of this spell. This pristine geode that you acquired from the crater. We can install it in the Nexus, part of our rebuilding efforts to anchor the spell. But I was concerned there wouldn't be enough energy until you told me about this delirium heart.
Eldrick, it's not safe.
Ryan Graybeer has that.
Well, gonna stop the stream soon, so get my daughter from school and make dinner. Starving, I haven't eaten breakfast. Oh, lunch. I ate breakfast, but that was at 7:30 or something. So. So yeah, see you guys tonight. I'm definitely gonna play War Thunder, or maybe I can resume playing a bit the Holy Gosh Darn. That's a fun game. Or Final Fantasy VII.